How the Grinch Stole Christmas. Every Who down in Whoville liked Christmas a lot, but the Grinch, who lived just north of Whoville, did not. The Grinch hated Christmas, the whole Christmas season. But please don't ask why. No one quite knows the reason. It could be perhaps that his shoes were too tight. It could be perhaps that his head wasn't screwed on just right. But I think the most likely reason of all is bitten of his heart was two sizes too small. But whatever the reason is hard to his shoes, he stood there on Christmas Eve, hating the Who's, staring down from his cave with a Grinchy frown at the warm lighted windows below in her town. For he knew every Who down in Whoville was busy now, hanging a high Who wreath. And they're hanging their stockings, he snarled. Tomorrow is Christmas. It's practically here. Now, man, I know all those Who girls and boys wake bright and early to rush for their toys. And all that noise. That's one thing I hate. All the noise. And the sheep squeaks and squeals, making round with their wheels. And then they'll do something I hate is all the Who's down in Whoville, the Who's young and old will sit down to a feast. And they'd feast, and they'd feast, and they'd feast. They'd feast on Who pudding and raw Who roast beef, the feast items. And at least, then they did something he liked least of all. Every Who down in Whoville, the tall and the small, will stand close together. With Christmas bells ringing, they'll stand hand in hand. Those Who's will start singing. And they'll sing. And they'll sing. And they'll sing. Then he got an idea. An awful idea. The Grinch got a wonderful, awful idea. I know just what to do. I'll make a Santa Claus hat and a coat. He chuckled and clucked. What a great Grinchy trick. With this coat and this hat, I look just like Saint Nick. All I need is a reindeer. The Grinch looked around, but since reindeers were scarce, there was none to be found. That stopped the Grinch. If I can't find a reindeer, I'll make one instead. So he called his dog Max, and he took some red thread, and he tied a big horn on the top of his head. Then he loaded some bags and some old empty sacks on a ramshackle sleigh, and he hitched up old Max. And the Grinch said, "Giddy up," and the sleigh started down toward the homes where the Who's lay a snooze in their town. All their windows were dark. No one knew he was there. All the Who's were all dreaming sweet dreams without care when he came to the first little house in the square. "This is stop number 1, Grinchy Claus hissed as he climbed to the roof, empty bags in his fist. Then he slid down the chimney, a rather tight pinch. But if Santa could do it, then so could the Grinch. He got stuck only once for a minute or two. Then he stuck his head out to the fireplace through where the little Who's stockings hung all in a row. These stockings are the first things to go. Then he slithered and slucked was a smile most unpleasant around every room, and he took every present. Pop, can you help me read all the presents because they seem a little bit strange?
Pop guns and bicycles, roller skates, drums, checkerboards, tricycles, popcorn, and plums. And he stuffed them in bags.
And he stuffed them in bags, and the Grinch very nimbly stuffed all the bags one by one up the chimney. Then he slunk to the icebox. He took the Who's feast. He took the Who pudding. He took the roast beef. He cleaned out the icebox as quick as a flash. Why, that Grinch even took the last can of Who hash.